Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It has been a very long time since I last made a video, but I took some time off of YouTube to recover from falling off of Paris. Paris actually bucked me off about a week ago, and I am finally making that video because I did get footage of me falling off. But the first part of this video that you are going to see was from about 2 or 3 weeks ago when me and Paris had our first ride at our new barn. And it wasn't a great ride. It actually was a pretty bad ride. She was having an attitude and she tried to buck me off that day also. But I stayed on and I didn't end up on the ground. And then after that, I tried to have my second ride on her at our new barn and to try to record some footage. Unfortunately, she still had an attitude and I gave her too much rein and she started getting mad because I wasn't letting her trot or canter and I didn't allow her to follow the other horses, and she blew up and she started bucking and she bucked me off and I couldn't save myself from falling and I couldn't stay on her. So I understand why she bucked, and I didn't have my reins short enough. I didn't react in time to try to spin her into a circle, even though I probably could have done that while I was falling off just to get her to slow down, because she actually bucked twice. I think it felt like it was twice, but it was just a very, very interesting ride. So that was the reason why I fell off, and I kind of lost my desire to ride and lost my confidence. I am still in love with horses and I want to continue riding, but I was thinking that maybe my journey with Paris was over. And for the last few weeks, I have been looking at older horses to just casually take trail rides on and casually take lessons here and there without me breaking my bones. I didn't break anything, but my back and my ribs and my hip hurts pretty bad, and I actually fell many years ago from being bucked off of another horse when I was very young. I think this was when I was 16, so that was I think 8 years ago. I don't know. I'm not good at math, but I fell on that hip again, and it's been taking a really long time for me to heal and recover from that. I'm still in pain, and I do have a trainer who works with me in Paris, and because we've been trying to get her back to her normal self for the last 2.5 months, and she is not the same horse that I originally got. She is not the same horse that she has been from the last barn we moved from. She basically started with this whole attitude problem about 2 weeks before we left the new barn, and I've been trying to train her. And since I have a round pen at my new barn, I've been round pinning her and lunging her and just trying to expose her to more things without me having to ride her or put her under saddle. A couple of times I did put my saddle on her to lunge her to just get her back in the groove, and I am having her checked out by a vet maybe. It depends on if I decide to keep her or not, because I am getting to this point where it's not good for me to keep falling off and injuring the same hip. But I was thinking that this is the type of career that I want, is to retrain off the track thoroughbreds. So maybe I am going to take a step down from that for a while and just be a normal beginner horse rider. And no, I'm not a beginner horse rider. I just haven't ridden horses consistently in the last few years. So I was just getting back into riding. I am trying to make a plan on retraining Paris again from the ground up and seeing how that would go for us. I do have a couple of things in mind, like putting her in the round pen, A lot of horse people say to take her to the round pen and ride her in the round pen, but my trainer said that's probably not good for her, and then I'll probably fire her up. So I will try to see how that goes. And I also put Paris on 2 more supplements that I got from SmartPack. In addition to UGuard, I've gotten her a calming supplement and a SmartMare supplement that is supposed to help her deal with her hormones, which is really the reason why I've always wanted a gelding. Not saying that geldings don't have their days, but funny thing is that the Facebook group that I'm on, a lot of OTTBs out there are having their moments and their riders are losing confidence. And it's just so strange that a lot of them are having their moments and a lot of their riders who've been riding for a really long time are losing their confidence. And I have gone through everything with trying to get her checked by a vet, her saddle fit, just to make sure that she's okay. And Paris shows no sign of pain. I've checked her back. She doesn't have any back problems. I've checked her feet. Her feet don't really bother her. I do have to get her feet done very soon. So that might help her a little bit if she's maybe tender-footed for some reason. She's been barefoot for a while. Well, not like really a while, but for a few months she's been barefoot and she's been doing perfectly, and she has good feet, but she did take a chunk of her hoof out, so I've been letting that grow so it could be like a normal size hoof for her, and so she doesn't have any problems. And so my training Paris videos, they might continue or they might stop, because right now I really don't want to put myself into any more risks or injuries, but I am confident about working with her on the ground. She has started rearing while being lunged or being in the round pen, just trying to intimidate me and trying to push me, but I have shown her that I'm not afraid of her if she tries to attack me or anything like that. So also, when I fell, there was people in the arena, as you can see in my video, and one of the trainers actually told me that I shouldn't get back on. So that's why I did not get back on Paris to ride. I was kind of very upset because every time I've fallen off, except for the time I really injured my hip, I got back on. But that trainer did help me out a lot and also lunged Paris with me. And because of where I fell, my back was really, really bad after 30 minutes of my fall, and it was time for me to go home because I live an hour away from the barn, and I thought all was well, but I was really beat up, still am beat up, and it's hard to do daily activities. So I kind of don't want to make any videos and go out to see Paris and try to do training videos because my back can't handle a lot of the things that I would normally do. But I've been pushing myself every day to try to do a little bit more every day. So you might see another video of me looking for a gelding, looking for a trail horse and a lesson horse. You might see that, just depending on how things go. Because when I had Selena, she was also a hot-headed mare, and her owner that has her now has been dealing with some challenging things with Selena, and I've learned that it's not great to spend thousands and thousands of dollars on trying to get a trainer to train your horse for you, and that's mostly because you should do a lot of research on the type of trainers that are trying to help you out, and if they're actually gonna train your horse more than once a week or once a month when you pay them extra money to do that. But I am training pairs myself, and my trainer is helping me twice a week along with that. But I canceled my training sessions with Paris just to check to see if she has kissing spine, because a lot of horses or thoroughbreds that have kissing spine don't show any signs of pain in the beginning but start acting strange. And I'm supposed to get her ovaries checked out, her back checked out, her legs, just to make sure that she's okay. And that's gonna cost a lot of money, and that's just another thing. I would rather her be retired and be a companion, a pasture pet, than me spending thousands and thousands of dollars trying to get her back into riding shape. Because I'm looking out for the best interest of her and also myself, and it's not going to be fair for her to have kissing spine and having to continue to get worked on, and however long the rehab takes. I have done some research on kissing spine, so I don't know. I don't know if she will come out of this and if she's going to be a better horse or the horse that she is now. Maybe her supplements will help her. Maybe a chiropractor could help her. But I am leaning along the lines of where it's time to say, hey, she really just needs to be a pasture pet, because that's what she enjoys doing. She enjoys being a pasture pet. I mean, she has her moments, and she's been very good. Like when she sees me, she comes up to me in the pasture and I could catch her easily, and she doesn't have problems with that. It's just so hard to figure out what's going on with my horse. And I'm not saying that the horse world is all about riding, but sometimes I just want to go out and just have a chilled, relaxed ride. And I know I can't expect that every time, but since Paris has been at the new barn, we've only, had one ride where it was actually somewhat okay, even though it was a bad ride, but at least we got a chance to ride. And so I'm just trying to talk to her track trainer and see what we can do for her. And if not, then I will just have to let Paris be a pasture pet. And if I had my own barn or my own facilities, I would love to keep her. And just see how she goes. But that's not how things are sometimes. And since I have to board, I don't want to have to keep her somewhere where she's just sitting in somebody's pasture and not doing any work, because I do know that she likes doing work also. But we will see, and hopefully I can make another video soon. And I am sorry for me blabbering around in this video. It was just something to get off my chest and just talk a little bit about. But hopefully I will make another video soon. And yeah, so please like and subscribe and comment on my video. Tell me about your challenges that you've had during your riding time or with your horses, and if you're dealing with something similar during this cold weather, because it has been pretty hard to go out and see my horse because of the weather and the snow and the ice. But since spring is right around the corner, I am going to try to see her more, but it depends if my back and my hip and my ribs heal up the way it's supposed to be. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.